That last battle was what I had in mind. Sweeping up that hill with some of my best friends in the SCA beside me, mowing them down in the backfield. They were stumbling backwards over hay bales, and they were falling to the ground and looking where the relief was going to come from. It wasn't coming. We made a decision to take that bridge, and we took it. And at the same time, our allies prevented them from doing the same on the middle bridge. We committed, and they did not. It could have gone either way. They could have pushed through that middle bridge and come up behind us. We committed. We decided that that was our bridge, and we were going to win that battle. Thank you, Aethelmearc.
Their Majesties would be attended by Lord Aethelmearc.
Rye, we are all getting to know you as a presence on the field. Your one-on-one fighting is impressive and improving, as is your melee skills. With Pennsic, we've enjoyed the camaraderie and the connection with your entire unit that you helped to build. We hope to see this continue, but for now we would recognize it as this.
Dedication and enthusiasm on the field are words that describe Aethelmearc of Hunter's Home. From organizing practices to fighting tournaments and the melee field, his hard work and athleticism have made him a fierce opponent. In recognition of skill, we, King Byron and Queen Ariella, induct him into the Order of the Golden Ulls. Scroll is by Baroness Catherine Kiersey. It's in there somewhere. Hurry. For Lord Aethelmearc, newest companion of the Order of the Golden Ulls.
Vivat! Vivat! Vivat!
Your Majesty. Hey, Rye!
Rye!
Come back.
You found it.
No, that was us. Who's on here?
Their Majesties would receive the Honorable Lord Guillaume le Noir.
Your Majesties, Highnesses, Excellencies, and nobles, gentles all, the man you summoned today would never demand attention, would never seek the spotlight. His comportment, his presence, and his prowess speaks for him. This man loves to fight. He lives to fight. And he is the fight, I present to you, for the last time, as the Honorable Lord Guillaume le Noir.
Yesterday, upon this field of battle, we set you to vigil, to hear words of wisdom upon whether you should accept the accolade of chivalry. You have heard these words? I have. Are you of a will to continue? Then call our order.
Their Majesties invite before them their most noble order of the chivalry.
Good order. You are on the field of battle. You have seen the prowess of this man today and for years before. Tell me now, and let none ever second guess your answer. Shall he join us as chivalry?
Yay!
Are there words from a royal peer? Come back to that one. We would hear from the Order of Defense.
I'm Iago Benitez, 6th member of the Order of Defense. And Guillaume at one point was in my barony. And he would come to baronial fencing practice and beat my ass. And I would give him everything I possibly could to challenge him. And he was kind and he was encouraging. But it was not enough. But he would come to fencing practice. And I would beat his ass. And he learned. He learned about footwork. And then he would travel. And I know he would come to your house and learn. The man has heart. He has dedication. He is very much my peer.
Are there words from the laurels?
There is. Your Majesties, Your Highnesses, you will hear all sorts of words today about Guillaume le Noir's virtues, and they're all true. But we all know when you're standing about and Guillaume's name comes up, the one thing you always hear is Guillaume. He's a nice guy. And it's true, he is a nice guy. In fact, he is the nicest guy who's ever knocked me out. He is the nicest guy who has ever stepped into Aethelmearc's left flank and held a 30-foot gap by himself against the Tuchuk. He is the nicest guy who has ever stuffed his gauntlet full of ice so he could continue holding his sword and keep fighting. He is the nicest guy who has ever formed a one-man shield wall in front of his barons and defended him on the field. I could go on for quite some time about this man, but let me say that yes, he is a nice guy, but he's not just a nice guy, and he is my peer.
Is there testimony from the Order of the Pelican?
There is. I have that extreme honor, Your Majesties. I am Baroness Hildur Hugelmann of the Debatable Lands, Order of the Pelican, and I know Guillaume. I'm here to speak of his service, and we've all seen him chop wood, carry water, carry thrones, do all of the things that I see most of you do, in fact. But I want to tell you, he is a man that notices things. He doesn't simply do service as a knight marshal, as carrying things and so on and so forth. He notices what needs to be done, and he does it. He doesn't wait to be asked. He doesn't wait to be told. He doesn't wait till other people do it. He serves as an example of service. He notices things. And what makes Guillaume so rare among us all, is that he notices the deeper things as well. And not only does he serve with his arms and his shoulders, he serves with his voice as well. He notices when things need to be said to our royalty, our baronage, to other folks. And he speaks. He speaks wisdom. He makes suggestions. He offers her his opinion. And he makes things better. Wisdom as service. That's what Guillaume is. Thank you. He is my peer.
Apologies, Pennsic Sun has made my mind a little dull, but hopefully not the words that I get to convey today. My name is the Dread Countess Catherine from the Middle Kingdom, and I have the great honor to provide the words from Duke Rorik of Aethelmearc, as he could not be here today, if I may address you and your court. Greetings, your majesties, highnesses, and all here to bear witness to this momentous occasion. I have the honor of speaking for this man as a royal peer. He totally humbled me with this request. I hope that I do not disappoint. Please make sure that you hear the rest of this in a West Virginia lilt. With your majesty's permission, I would like to address the candidate. Guillaume, hi. We have known each other since our early days in the barony of the Roaring Wastes. More specifically, their graces, Branos and Rebecca's backyard practices. We became friends and brothers of the sword some 20 years ago, and have remained as such since. I treasure our friendship, our shared love of combat, and the society as a whole. You will be my friend and brother for eternity, and as such, this bond cannot be broken. Congratulations, dude. Love you, man. Your majesties. My words to you are thus. This man kneeling before you is humble to a fault. He sacrifices himself for the sake of others. His honor is unsurpassed. We speak of peer-like qualities. When looking upon candidates, in my humble opinion, his qualities aren't like, they are that of a peer in any realm. He most certainly is mine, and that being said, I commend him to you to do with as your conscience dictates. Ever so humbly and sincerely, Rorik, Duke of Aethelmearc.
Is there one of the chivalry to speak for him?
Your Majesties, your servant bores everyone. Your Majesties, my heart is full because he is not just a nice guy. He is a good man. I cannot speak the stories that would prove this because they are too personal, and also the service that he has done for others. It would do a disservice to those whom he has served to tell you of the things he has done. So what I have is my witness and my word that he is a deeply good man. But we have to have a story, so let's have one. I'll tell you the day, not that I met him, but the day that I knew this was a man who I could call my brother. A rainy Pennsic, a decided Pennsic on a Friday field battle. Most of our side had gone home. We were deeply outnumbered. And I found myself underneath a pile of bodies, worrying, am I going to be that guy? Am I going to have to call a hold for myself because I think my bones are cracking? And as I was cracking and just being crushed under the shield, I looked up and I met Guillaume's eyes. And he was there too, and his bones were also cracking. And he started to laugh. I tell you, your majesties, this day you create a knight who is a good man, and also a knight who will stand in the breach with you and laugh. This man is my
Is there a member of the populace?
There is. Your Majesties, I am Svava Yuri's daughter. In a shocking turn of events, I have something to say. For those of you who don't know, some years ago, a good knight of our kingdom sent me on a quest. At the time, he didn't believe that I truly understood the weight of becoming chivalry, and he wanted me to speak to squires and knights to learn about that journey, to understand that relationship. And from that journey, I remember one conversation that stands out today. This individual, here in their own right, was talking about why we become dependents. Because it's not just learning prowess in our fields of dedication. It's not just learning skills, but it's becoming a peer. Because peers have a unique responsibility. They have to walk that fine line between critiquing people and criticizing, between protecting them and coddling them, between building people up and giving them false hope. Peerage, if it could be boiled down to its root, to its heart, could be one word, and that's inspiration. Your Majesties, I'm not a queen, and I've never been one. I may never be one. I'm not a knight, and I may never be one. I don't know what it is like to look across your populace and see that you have one person that needs to be added to your orders. But I can tell you, through his actions and his deeds, that Guillaume inspires me to do more and be better. Thank you.
What is this I see upon the horizon?
Looks like an Eastern invasion.
Is this an
sire.
invading army? Ah! No, I see it is our cousins, come to greet us nobly and join our court. Good cousins, would you stand at our side and see this man raised to the order of the chivalry?
Make way! Make way! Make way for their majesties of the East Kingdom! Ryokujin of the Iron Skies, the demon king of three heavens! And Indrakshi Ani Aravinda, the Bengal queen!
You are, as always, welcome in our court, good cousins.
We've heard of this thing you were doing today, and it was such a just and wise action. We could not stand idly by on the other side of the field. We had to come and please ask if we could be here for this today.
Your presence honors us and honors the candidate. We would have you at our side.
Your Majesties of the North and East, may Atlantia join this happy occasion.
The honor grows as our cousins from Atlantia would also see this happen. Is that enough for you, you think? Good cousins. Your Majesty, Your Highness. We are pleased to have you at our side. Thank you for honoring us in this court.
Your Majesties, you have heard testimony, and I believe that there is ample evidence across the known world that this man is worthy. Do you agree?
As if there were any doubt in our minds, even before hearing such testimony. Yes.
Let the ancestral chain come forward.
Your Majesties, 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 Highnesses, Highnesses, Highnesses. I am Lotharius Quiet Sigismundus, latest among this line to wear the chain. This chain has been with Cygnus the Blissful, Michael of Northwood, Dane Ferris, Sextus Plinius Calidus, Guido Martini, Rowain de la Garnason, James Ahern, Matthias Sean Cameron, Orlando Alvarez, Reinhard von Berchtesgaden, Otto of Westphalia, Christopher Rollins, Malcolm Duncan McEwen, Maynard Vondenstein, Erlen Borig, Kadan Chakogan, Henri D'Artois, Murdoch Bain, Eisenwolf Thorolfsson, Magariki Katsuichi no Cordono, Alonzio of the Peacemakers, Tristan Sexwolf, Redwin Maptiernan, Agnes McBain, Wolfstan Huskarl, Kalek Shrug God, Duncan von Hallstern, Ulrich of the Mists, Magnus Tyndall, Rothgar Iverson, Thorgrim Skullsplitter, Olaf Thorvar Hartson, Robin Wallace, Stefan Ulfkelson, Thomas Byron of Haverford, Gabriel Hawks, Gareth Kincaid, Havoc the Wild, Vladimir Mechnik, Ariella of Thornbury, Tiberius Pinarius Varro, Andreas Morgan, Carl McClave, Arnthor Instarki, Hunan Bjorn Helm, Vladislav Nikolic, Ian Canoven, Akila Diathos, Marek Viak Drago, Ruslan Igorovich Voronov, Morgan of Rye, Beatrix Krieger, Ulrich von Schwartzberg, Thorsel Solanaga, Dominic McMorland, Madison Morai, Hagar the Blushing, Finn Marland O'Shannon, Oliver Sutton, Arden Scott, Sid Hyo, Boars of Ruan, Tiernock McCathel, Bowden the Lost, and most recently with myself, Lotharius Quiet Segimundus. It is my great honor to return it to you to bestow upon this man.
Well done.
Well done. Thank you, sir.
Is there a personal chain that he may keep when it is time to pass this one on?
There is, Your Majesties. This is the ancestral chain of our lineage and our line. This chain was first worn by Forgan Eurelis, and then Rurik, and then Ulrich, and then Thor, and then Hrothgar, and then Stefan, and then Hagar, and then Marek. This chain has been worn in battle and in service, and I entrust it to you to place it to the next in our line.
Are there spurs? Is there a bell?
There is, Your Majesty. There are two of them.
One at a time.
One of the
It's a bell made by me and here it is.
Is there another bell?
It is the knightly virtues in Latin.
Is there a sword?
There is, Your Majesties. The sword befitting a knight handed to you, entrusted to your care.
Indeed befitting.
Ulrich, feel free to come.
Make him stand up.
Help us gird him. Get up now.
I'm a savage, and I just only know hitting versus flying.
So many bad.
Heavy bird, bro. Sitting on your pants, never fall down.
Though it be obvious to anyone that this man is a man of the chivalry, is there a cloak that all may know with no doubt of his station? Give you a lot of time to get this together. Having been invested with these trappings of knighthood, we would hear your oath.
These virtues have been in your heart and in your actions from the moment I met you. Change nothing. With this same sword that you swore upon, I dubbed thee once, I dubbed thee twice, I dubbed thee knight. Let this be the last unanswered blow you receive. Greet your order.
On fields of honor, prove the worth of Guillaume le Noir in the art of combat. Like the paladins of old, he has been honored as the jewel of Aethelmearc among its fair people. So do we, King Byron and Queen Ariella, having heard from the peers from the chivalry, find him worthy of the belt, chain, and spurs of a knight of fair Aethelmearc. We bestow upon him arms by letters patent. Done this 11th day of August, Anno Societatis 57 at Pennsic 49. The scroll is by Master Cristofano.
interrupt, but you should probably see this.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. You're on me. Yeah. We'll put it somewhere safe while you continue to host.
Thank you.
For Sir Guillaume le Noir!
Vivat!
Vivat! Vivat!
Good cousin, we thank you for bringing your entire entourage to this side of the battlefield. You do us a great service by coming this way. Is there any business that you would have that we may all witness?
Thank you for having us. We appreciate you hosting this court for us and allowing us to join you and take witness. And since all of the chivalry have already gathered here on the sacred earth of the Pennsic field, it seems only fitting that we continue. Would that be acceptable?
This seems right. Let us close our court that you may begin yours.
This concludes the court of their Majesties Byron and Ariella, King and Queen of Aethelmearc. They give leave to the Majesties of the East.